Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome back to another on-the-road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Today, we will take a look at this Whirlpool freestanding electric range. We will show you how to remove, test, and replace your broil element. To begin, let's get to the back of the unit. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. The tools you will need for this repair are a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, needle nose pliers, and a voltmeter. With the unit turned around, what we need to do is remove this bottom middle panel. It is held on by 2 Phillips screws. After you have removed these, slide down and pull out and set it aside. Next, remove the top panel by taking out all of the Phillips screws around the perimeter. At our last screw, hold on to the plate so it doesn't fall. Carefully pull out from the bottom and slide down and set it aside. With our panels removed, we have clear access to our broil element. Some of the reasons why you might be replacing a broil element is because your bake might not heat up to where it's supposed to or take too long to preheat. You might not have any broil at all. Sometimes the elements actually catch on fire and break. If you have any of these symptoms, you could have a bad broil element. The first thing I would do with the unit unplugged is remove your terminals. Next, carefully plug your unit back in. Use your meter to test between these 2 terminals to make sure that we have 240 volts going to your element. Now that is when it is in broil, it should send 240 volts there. If it does not send 240 volts there, your problem is somewhere else inside the machine. But if it is sending 240 volts, the next thing we'll want to do is test out our broil element. When testing out an element, you'll want to set your meter to ohms. I personally will use an audible tone. Each element should test anywhere between 10 to 50 ohms. If this element is reading good, it will sound off and show me that there is continuity. This element is testing out good, but today we will show you how to replace it. Now, let's return to the front of the unit. First, open the door. Remove the racks by pulling out and lifting up. And set them aside. To remove your broil element, first we'll take out the 2 holding screws in the back. Next, you have 2 screws on the top holding it in. When removing the second one, hold on to your element. Pull out on the broil element and set it aside. When installing your new element, first slide in on the terminals in the back. Once you've gotten it through, use your hand, lift up, and set one of the screws in on the top. Tighten it up. Do the same for the other top screw. Make sure the element is pushed back. Reinstall your back holding screws. Now we can reinstall our racks. Go in at an angle and slide in. Now we can return to the back of the unit. Now that we have properly installed our element and returned to the back of the unit, you'll want to plug back in your terminals. Now we can reinstall our back covers. When reinstalling your top panel, first, very carefully, is extremely sharp, slide it in at an angle, and the middle should go underneath these slotted areas. You may have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it perfect. Hold it and reinstall your first screw. Once this is installed, go to the other side, line it up, and reinstall our second screw. Now, go around the perimeter and reinstall the others. Now we can reinstall our bottom plate. When reinstalling your back cover, you'll notice it does have these 4 tabs that correspond with the notches in the back. Slide them in. Once all 4 are in, push up and reinstall the 2 bottom screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.